Morning, Anna. Morning, Didge. Beautiful sunny morning. Thank you to Simply Safe for sponsoring today's video. There's no safe like Simply Safe. We don't have any corn coming out of the ground yet, but yesterday that temperature at 2 inches deep was over 80 degrees for a while. We are supposed to have a really warm week here. We're about 75% finished with our corn at this point. I'm hoping we can finish probably tomorrow as long as things go well. Well, now I thought that was on a pallet. This is our test plot seed. This is the stuff we plant every year that raises money for scholarships for local kids going into an ag-related field. We are going to plant our test plot today, but I thought this seed was on a pallet. We want it on the seed truck. It is way too hot out already in the morning for this hoodie, but if you have cool mornings where you're at, you should probably get one of these. For the next 10 days here, we have a forecast of highs in the 80s, which I'm not sure if I've ever seen consistent highs in the 80s while planting, especially this early in the year. What else do I need? Hopefully nothing. I gotta carry it all with one hand because my film crew didn't show up again today. We're missing one sweep here this morning. Every once in a while, you catch a rock and you break one. No big deal. Looks like the clip and everything is good, so this one isn't gonna really require much. Everything else looks to be in decent shape here this morning. I am gonna replace one more. This guy being right behind the tractor track. I'm just gonna do it since I got the tools out. It's probably got 1 day left on it. We're loaded up here for the first time. It's gonna be a bit of a slower day. I gotta load the planter right away this morning. We'll plant some out, then we'll do a test plot. That's gonna take a couple extra hours. Then we're gonna have to load the planter not long after that, plant a couple smaller pieces, and then we're actually gonna have to bring this home to get a different seed that we need on our corn ground that we wanna put on there. It's a Smart Stack seed, but we only got 2 compartments in the tender here, so a little inefficient, but it's the way it's gotta be. Onyx is fueled up and he's off. He should get more acres covered in a hurry before I will today. One last thing before I take off here, I gotta make sure our chicken flock has got water, food, and heat. Other than that, pretty basic right now. Pretty basic all the time because they're chickens. I'm just kidding. Chicken ranching is the most difficult form of livestock you can get into, especially when you have a herd of 18. How are things going this morning? You seem lively. Looks like plenty of water, plenty of food, chicken scraps, energy. All good, huh? All right. Ranching is tough. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear Morris FFA shirts. My goodness, what a beautiful morning. Since I'm driving by, I gotta walk out and check on our first planted stuff and see how close it is to popping through that ground. It was cold when we planted it, but temps have been good the last few days now and it got plenty of rain. It's gotta be awfully close. Well, that's not that close. There is a drone flying over this field. I'm assuming it is TerraClear. I haven't heard from them for a few days. I'm hoping it's TerraClear. Now, was that seed an anomaly, or are they all that far behind? Oh, I broke this one. That's pretty shallow. This was before I started planting deeper. This was our first piece, and when I made several rounds, and then I decided to go a notch deeper with the planter. I don't want to break one. There we go. Okay, so we got the roots going down. and it's just starting to come towards the top. I thought it would be further along than that. I suppose with this heat, it's probably 1 day farther behind than I expected. So it'll be breaking through soon. Assuming that is Terra Clear, they're out here scouting for rocks. And then they will put together that rock map, and I'm guessing be up here in a couple of days to start picking. We had them pick after we planted last year with the skid steer tracks they got and the way they're able to do it efficiently. I mean, they didn't hardly run over anything. Pretty empty. And, I mean, close enough. Looks like I got within about 1 bag. Within that small seed, so probably within 38 pounds. First thing in the morning and I'm already loaded. Dad joke. Okay, I let my hydraulics warm up a little bit while I dug some seed in this field. Looks a little bit shallow to me, so I went 1 notch deeper on my T-handles. So it looked to me like I was closer to 1 3/4 inch, and I really want to be down in that 2-inch range. So I lowered them just a little bit. Everything should be warmed up, and here we go. You see this place? It's a mud pit right now, but in all reality, we've got a lot of stuff here, a lot of things to keep an eye on. We're not always home. There's a lot of people in and out. We really like to make sure we protect our place. And the way we do that personally is with SimpliSafe. We've got the whole yard and all of our buildings on cameras. We've got motion detector sensors, glass break sensors, door alarms, you name it. Everything is outfitted with SimpliSafe. One thing I really like about SimpliSafe is their ActiveGuard technology. Most traditional security systems, the way they work is somebody has to break in and then the alarm is gonna go off. That's gonna give them time to stash and grab everything that they want. But with ActiveGuard from SimpliSafe, they can actually stop the intrusion while it's happening. So monitoring agents can actually see and speak to suspicious individuals that are approaching your property. Or even request police dispatch, like emergency dispatch, right away before the intrusion actually happens. Everything is easy to use right here in my handy app. I can see into our office right there. I can see that it's raining out at our grain bins. The best part is there are no long-term contracts. There are no cancellation fees. Plans start at around $1 a day. There is a 60-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't like something about it, no questions asked, you get your money back. And right now, I have teamed up with them to provide a 50% discount on new SimpliSafe systems. That is half off. So right now, you can save 50% on your SimpliSafe system when you sign up for a professional monitoring service, and you can get your first month for free. Just visit simplisafe.com/millennialfarmer, which we will also link down below to make it easy for you. And remember, there's no safe like SimpliSafe. All right, my PTO is on, my EPG is on, my hydraulics are on, vacuum pressure is just a touch high. I'll lower that a little bit, but that's gonna lower as it warms up here. Got my seeds set, speed set. Got my guidance on. Grab my guidance line, there we go. Drop it down, turn CCS on.
When you get over here, make that one round, they can have you level a little bit by the end of the ditch here. You know where that ditch comes out, where we got to drive between that and that little bit?
Up to speed, numbers are green, seeds going in the ground. Someone's still got to wash my windows in this. I only had a few days off during the rain delay, so I mean I can't be expected to do too much. I avoided cleaning the windows. Remember, I am a millennial. Didn't take long to plug up with mud today. Doing some endrows here, and field cultivator got a long ways into that wet area. I gave it plenty of extra room, but obviously not enough. We got scrapers on these outside wheels, and I don't know if they hurt or help. This one's just jammed up tight, but so is this whole wheel. This one over here is too. These wing wheels just, they suck. I can't tell if the camera's pointed in the right spot because the sun is right there. So hopefully it's close. Can't even get my arms in there. This is the first time I've had to do this spring. Oh boy, it's bad too. Looking like I may have to just pull a bunch of this apart. I can't move anything under there yet. It is locked up tight. Come on. That needs to be cleaned out anyway. Where's the table? I got the gauge wheels and openers freed up. Now I got to pull the brush belt out and make sure that's good. Sometimes when they're bad like that, they pick mud up inside the brush belt, and this is what controls the seed delivery. It comes apart easy since I have it out anyway. Oh, that's pretty clean. Oh, I'm not even going to take that out. So the seed comes down, let's see. Seed comes down into here, gets fed down through this brush and gets spit out right at the bottom. If you get into mud too much, this brush will grab the mud, just like it did here, and it'll start to bring it up and into here, and you can jam this full of mud. I've had it in there a couple times, never bad, but if it starts, you better clean it out. That was the worst one I've had in a few years. Little 30-minute setback, I guess. It's annoying, but hey, nothing's broke. I'm gonna be going again and the weather's awesome. 5 to 3, I plan on having end rows there in just a couple of minutes. Will that be clear? Good to go?
On the 80 acres or just where I am right now?
We're kind of right where you are now. I'm gonna cut and go straight south from there so that it'll finish this 80.
Yeah, yep, you can do that. I'm gonna try to do, I guess, can I get one more full round when I get back to this end where you are now?
Of Illinois and Indiana saw totals up to 1.6 inches, although most areas saw less. The Western Corn Belt, including Iowa, Minnesota.
A little topsoil in your bison and cheese sandwich never hurt anybody. Test plot time. This always takes some extra time, but it's a good thing to do. The companies that are in this plot, so we're testing different companies and different hybrids against each other. And then we'll come back in the fall and see how the yields are and what the moistures and the test weights are. Each company that enters the plot through our county corn and soybean growers organization pays us money to be in the plot. That money then gets divvied out to local kids that are going to college for an ag-related field of some sort. So, you know, welding, ag business management, something to do with livestock or veterinarian or agronomy, that type of thing. So that money goes towards that. It's all volunteer for those of us that do it. There's a few of us, and then the farmers have a benefit to join the county board, or not the county organization, corn and soybean growers, because then they get to see the results from that. So you get to see what hybrids perform really well in your area. So kind of a win-win for everybody. So we got to put these little 3D printed extra hoppers on the planter because we don't have big hoppers on these. These are clicked together. This is 2-in-1. There we go. And then we got to put in these CCS blockers so that the planter doesn't keep sending the seed we got in there now to the row units. I've got it set, so I was planning to do hybrid 1 here.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Do 6 over there first.
Okay, we're gonna start that way and go.
No, we're gonna start the plot from there and go that way. But that means if this is our tester, we need that end of the planter to have the...
Have the first riding.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, don't we?
Yeah, I suppose. You want me to raise the planter for that then?
What do you think? What's easier? Is it? I don't remember what we've done before.
Yeah, we'll have to raise
Probably.
the planter. Let's put these 6 on and then raise it. All right, our mini hopper extensions are on. We've got our blockers in our CCS tubes. We've got our first plot seed, number 1, in these 6 rows. Then when we get to the other end, we'll put the 6 on the other side. So we're going to run a tester in the middle, which is our regular hybrid here, just to, for calculating differences in the field as we go. That way we have one consistent hybrid in between all the tested hybrids. The Ranger comes in handy for this because he's carrying the second seed we need now and the extra hoppers and stuff to put on this other side of the planter. So it's quick and handy.
Sounds like you're gonna have to pay back student loans now.
Really?
5 years of not making payments.
Oh, I did hear something on that, yeah. Well, that was in the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Make it so they don't have to pay payments, and then when the other guy gets in, make it seem terrible.
Yeah, that's probably.
Since they couldn't actually relieve them like they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pioneer sent a big bag. Heavy one. Big heavy seed.
People say big seed is better.
Is what?
Better, but it doesn't do as good a job as planting. I think that's what they say, isn't it?
Nothing matters in this planter that much.
Except
I guess on the backing stuff. I don't like the tiny stuff. You can't get the singulation out of it as well. And again. A few hybrids later and we're finished with the plot. So we pull those little hopper extensions off and those CCS plugs out and we go to town again. That's that. I like to be in the habit of eyeballing everything when I walk past the planter. Just anytime I walk past, just look for stuff, because once in a while, you catch something. Are you still over running the digger on Dovas?
I am. I'm going to be done here pretty quickly. I think Onyx is at home, and he said it looked like they spread limbs. So hopefully they'll be down to only 2 yet pretty soon.
10-4. I'm just finishing up rocks, man, buried rocks. I'm just finishing up on this grandma's piece here, so I'll be done with this in a minute. Just because of the goofy way things worked out today, I'm gonna head home and get the roller. I've got to bring it down to a field that we're doing corn on corn. There's a lot of manure there. It's just kind of a messy field, so it plants a lot nicer if we roll it ahead of planting. I'm sorry I didn't take you guys rolling with me. My wife jumped in with me and we went on a tractor ride together, had some nice conversation. So you got left out of that part, but otherwise you were with me all day. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. You guys really are the coolest.